Well, I'm in here all by myself, I think. But maybe somebody will pop around and help me figure out what to do. I hope I got this right. So, it's kind of like talking to yourself when you make a video, isn't it? This kind of, okay, this is a test. Oh, there's somebody. Bless your heart. Thank you so much for coming to see me. Hey, Satan's chicken. What's that? Chicken rooster? Jesus. Good Lord. How are you today? Tell me if you can hear me. I'm not sure if I have this right. If you can't, can you hear me at all? I don't have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm trying to test this out to see how this is supposed to work before I get everybody on here and not be able to do anything, you know. Um, there we go. So then I am doing well. Hey, happening, you popped in. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, because you know I'm trying to figure it out. Good. All right. Well, that's good. And if I can drop a link in this chat, then, and let me see how many, what we can do, because when I get y'all on here, I don't want to mess you up too bad. So let me see if I know how to do this. And I just have to learn to get a little better at it. It's not like I can walk around the yard and then delete it when I don't like what I've done. Okay, I think I put it on this, and somebody just do something for me and help me out here. I wonder, I want to make sure when you guys, my baby boys and my one girl, my two girls, they come on, and I won't have y'all all messed up and back in kindergarten or anything. Okay, so I know I have to, I don't know what I have to do actually. Emma tried to teach me. She really did. She sure did. She did a good job until I got to this point. But she got me here. So let me see. Well, you know what? When I've decided to do this, I heard today that Mary, she's just so excited about being, somebody getting a big old party together for her like that. She's excited about the party. I'm gonna bring some lemonade and some iced tea and maybe some cokes and some cakes because we need to celebrate it really good because she has done so much, so much for all of us. So we want to make it perfect. I want this to be perfect. I don't want to mess up at all. I want it to be everything she wants it to be. Okay, everything. It's working, but I drop that link right? Because I don't see anybody. I need somebody to pop on here so you can get on here so that y'all aren't stuck out there and me in here by myself when I get y'all all together for cupcakes and merry talk, happy talk. I know I might sound like I'm a little drunk today, but I could be. I'm pretty tired. I'm tired today. I have been running around this house and I didn't get nothing done. Absolutely nothing. Oh my, well, I don't know. I need to check invite and copy and paste the link. Okay, check the invite. Thank you, Emily. You're a good little teacher. Okay, hang on. Check invite, copy. One copy it. Okay, let's see. Okay, it looks like it went out there. So, oh wait, invite, copy, and post link. Like I should do in here. Isn't this fun? And they are excited, okay? Just so happy I can't do anything. We could just walk around the yard and look at the pollen outside, like some people do. Or, God, let's just paint a numbers pane. The ones with the numbers on that you buy, the paint comes with it. It's for the colored people, the people that can't get the colors right. Sometimes like me, my colors might not match right, but I do try to draw my own pictures. Okay, let's see. Well, one of y'all see, tell me what to do now. Is anybody coming around to pop in here for a minute? Let me see if I can pull you in here properly, because I want to do it right. You need to click an invite. I think I did that. And let it right there, right above your head, dear Emma. See if that's you. All right, let's see. Oh, let me try it again. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm feeling like I need to go get my home. You think? That's true. All right, we do. Copied. I don't know why it looks so funny. It keeps asking me if I'm having issues. I'm having issues, okay? All right. Not because I can't see. Get back. Hang on, I'm gonna try it again. All right. Oh, Emma, you're in the. I see just where you said you would be. Right where you said you would be.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Do you? Did you put me up
Okay,
on the
look.
stage?
You are up here now. Say hi to me and you.
There you
And
go.
Hatman.
So I just wanted
And
to,
Trisha's
I
here.
just wanted to
So
show you
that's
really
nice.
quick how easy it is. So you just put me up on the stage, and then when I jump off, I'll leave. But if you ever want to kick someone off, you just press the three but you see the three little, like, if you scroll over top of me, it'll say remove.
Okay, I don't want to remove you for sure. Okay, I see it. Remove
Yeah.
from stage.
Yep, and then you
Okay.
can just remove me. Or if
All right.
somebody else comes on, you'll see them come into your backstage just the way I did. So, like, if another person comes in, you'll see them in the back. You can add them to the top, and you'll see a third window appear, and then a fourth and a fifth, however many you want.
Okay, there's someone named Ziggy back there.
I
You
don't know
know,
what that is.
I don't either. So we might have to leave him back there for a minute.
Yeah, so if you don't recognize somebody or it's someone you don't want up there, just don't bring them up on stage. Like you brought me
Well,
up on, just don't bring
yeah, I
someone up
don't
if you
know.
don't know who they are.
Let me tell you, I was going to drop the links out, like I said I was going to you for
Yeah.
this test, because I need to make sure that I can bring y'all up and do it in a timely manner so I don't keep y'all for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, this is the easiest way if you just drop it in the chat like this. And then if you don't recognize somebody or you don't want somebody that picks up the link to come on, just don't add them to the stage.
Hi, Rose. I see Rose. This is so nice. I like, thank y'all for showing up because, Mary told y'all not to. She told you not to. I
Yeah.
can't believe it just disobeying her like that.
Well,
And I appreciate
we'll
it.
be here. I know this is your test one, but Hats is coming out in
Yeah.
a couple days, and yeah, we'll definitely be here for when you go live.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm putting some information in the Discord for you and, the little,
Yeah.
my boys. And my boys, you got to take care of the boys for me.
Yeah.
My sons, I got quite a few.
Yes.
Yeah, and you're in charge. You're in charge of the boys.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to come
Sorry.
up and show you how easy it is to see how, like, it's just easy. You just click on the person's name.
Well, you taught me very well. I'm really impressed that I learned
Yeah,
something.
I'm glad it was. I told you it was easy.
You did say it was easy, and you were right. The hard part for me was I kept putting it off doing a little test thing because I got scared.
Yeah, and
And then I got,
you even got yourself a little profile picture going and everything.
yeah, I did that one just for Mary.
Yeah.
That was, that
We were
was,
wondering. We're like, what is that?
that is a big brown blob. That's me.
Oh,
But I had a good tan. I was always on the beach, had a good body.
oh,
Just
okay.
never had. I was a grandma. Everything was going good.
Yeah,
I kept everything in the place that it was supposed to be.
good.
Nothing was
It looks great.
nothing hung down to the ankles.
Nothing hung down to the ankle. Well,
Not then.
I'm gonna jump off because I'm on with Hats, but I just wanted to just jump on and get you to be able to bring someone up so you see how easy it is.
Okay, now tell me something. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah,
Will this work, you think?
yeah, I hear you crystal
Okay,
clear.
perfect. That's great. Thank you
Oh,
so much,
no
Ellen.
worries. And I'm gonna jump off, and you'll see how I hold on, there's someone in the
It's
Ziggy's in the back room chat that
I
says, "I
just
mean no
don't know.
harm." I don't know who that is. So,
I don't know either. I wish they had no harm in the chat so they can tell me who they are.
yeah, I mean, if you don't know who it is
Mm-mm.
at all, and like you've never spoken to the person, I would suggest not bringing them up. But that's up to you. Like whatever you
Yeah,
wanna.
I don't think I want to take a chance on Mary winning this one.
Yeah, because sometimes you'll have people that like will come up and like porn bomb you, and then end up your channel's gonna get booted. You know.
Yeah, at least I would find that amusing, but I don't want nothing to happen until I get my final big birthday, my
Yeah.
memorial memory in everything, and thank you party for Mary.
Exactly. And
But
I
she does.
normally I have a profile picture. I wanted to jump on so fast, so
Thank you for doing that
I didn't
for
even
me.
bother clicking on my profile picture. So
I thought I'd better not give myself too much time because I got a little nervous, and I didn't understand how I could be so nervous.
yeah,
I
and
mean, I just
there's a chat in the back that you can see, like, and Ziggy saying, "Emma, I'm against Drazd." Yeah, yeah. I don't know who you are, so like I'm not gonna tell Aunt Kathy to bring you up because I have no idea
yeah,
who you are.
yeah,
If she feels comfortable,
I don't know where the back chat went. Oh, I lost you. Okay, Emma, I lost you. I love you, Emma. Thank you for helping me so much. Yeah, we don't want to get porn, Bob, do we, Trish? Lord, I done seen enough bodies in my lifetime. I don't need to see no more. I'm not gonna be looking at no porn at this point in my life. I'm not gonna do it. I've seen enough. I've seen them all. I've seen short ones, big ones, small ones, cute ones, ugly ones. I've seen them all. Okay. Yeah, Mary is very disrespectful. And I sure think, y'all, I was so tired today. And I thought, Lord, Callie, you cannot chicken out today. And then I got mixed up trying to do a bunch of stuff I didn't need to be doing today. So I was like, oh, Lord, I got to test this out. And I got to get something scheduled because I know everybody's busy. Hatman and Adonis Paul and Emma, everybody's busy. And I want to get with them to get the perfect time to get them together with everybody being everywhere in the world so we can have a good time. And Melly from Germany, she's supposed to pop in too. And she's what keeps me out of trouble, I'm telling you. She's very smart. Very smart. Okay, Jennifer, hi. So glad you dropped in. And I'm up your name for nothing in the world. What is that, Baba? That's kind of cute if it is. All right, let's see. Trish and Emma's still here. And what's that, Joe? Yeah, the only time Mary ever wins at anything is in her own mind when she plays chess with a ball. With her friend, her poor friend, she did that on purpose. Knitting that poor thing without no arms or legs, giving it no chance in this world to get away from her. That's what she does to people. She either cuts off their legs or don't create any, and they can't get away from her. What do you want from? They're stuck there. That poor yarn thing is stuck in there with her. And the way her eye comes and goes, she can see that whole room with one swipe. That poor friend can't get away from her. Can't get away from the eye. He can't. He cannot get away from the eye. We can't get away from the eye. I can't get away from it. Okay, Ziggy, you can ask me a question. That's fine. Yeah, ask anything you want. I mean, yeah, I can answer it or I can't. So go ahead and ask. I will do my best to answer you. Mhm. Mhm. They're really getting this. Man, I thought I had only been here for 2 years. And here I am. I'm like, I thought it was 2 years, but apparently it's been four, hasn't it? All right, let me see how to do the moderator. I'll make a moderator. Uh-oh, another lesson in the making here. All right, let's see. You know what? It helps to be able to read, don't it? But using time to do that. I don't want to delete nobody. I don't know about. I'll put. They're really getting to me and answered anything. And I don't know how to do tomorrow. Where is it at? Is there a setting? Do I go in settings? Well, y'all know if I disappear, I love you anyway. I'm seeing. Let's see how do I do that. All right. All right. I'm looking. I hope I haven't went nowhere. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh dear, I need another lesson here. I'm not sure. All right. Okay. I don't know where to do that at. The whole one thing. Just in case. Yeah. I am laying on the side of the bed, but not on it and sliding down it. Oh, I hope I got that right. But that buttermilk recipe has been bothering me because I almost think I forgot to tell somebody something. I think I forgot to add an ingredient, so I got to go back and find it and relook at it so that I will know and feel better about it. Okay, let's see. I think I'm going to lose the question. Why do you think a dresser is so in herself, due to telling you we didn't come from a great family beginning. See, I mean, it wasn't all. It's not perfect by no means. I mean, I really don't think there's too many people in this world that have perfect little families, But Mary did not have it as bad as she wants you to believe she did. I mean, she had, she didn't like being poor at all because when she was with her grandmother, she was on the other side of the railroad tracks and she got everything she wanted. And then she went home and she had to share. It's, but for me, the bottom line has always been she had a foundation in somebody that she could have learned so much from, and that was my mom. My life began with my mom. There was no grandparents and other people in my life except for my sisters that influenced us. And we just, it was just very protective, and we're never once have any of us ever backed down or cried too long over something or begged for anything. I think the closest I ever came to doing to begging was begging God to let me keep my daughter until I realized how selfish I was being with that. Me sitting there begging like that. I wasn't thinking about her life. I was thinking about me and how much it was going to hurt me. Not that she wouldn't be able to live or enjoy life the way I was willing to let her come home to, if that makes sense to me. No, and nothing was ever perfect for any of us, I don't believe. It's just when you have a role model from like I did. I mean, my gosh, it was hard to even look at my mother phone. You know, it was hard to look at her and complain about anything. I couldn't even complain about a skint knee because I knew what she'd been through. So, yes, Jennifer, I'm planning on scheduling it ahead of time because I need to know what time will be good for all of them. Because I will do it anytime I want the hour to be right for them. Emma and Hatman and Adonis Paul and JJ and anyone else they want to bring. Maybe Virgie will stop in because this is kind of a full circle thing for me. And I have to come. If my time ends an hour after that live stream, I will know that I will be going out better than I came in. And that's important to me. And I have learned so much. And I will finally get to say what I've been wanting to say but couldn't say for a while because I never wanted to hurt anybody in our family or anybody else for that matter. But one thing I realized recently is that Mary don't care. So I don't know why I was so worried about feelings when She's just out here ripping them apart. But I kept everybody kind of under. Let's see what you say. Well, why did she want to run away? It's obviously no. Why did she blame you for being blame me for being good? I'm not good by no means. I told her that was a not good. I wasn't bad. I never got into legal trouble, and I never talked back to my mother or anyone else. But I wasn't all that good. I had a good time. I partied just like every other teenager in the neighborhood. Was in a gang, threw knives, and went to the beach every day. Good now, I wouldn't say good. What she hates about me is that I tried, at the request of my mother, to teach Mary how to be proper. And it just didn't work out too good. She is so stubborn that she would not try to do anything any other way than the way she wanted to do it, which was nasty. And her way, which would have, which was always the opposite of my way, which was my mother's way. And because I always had so many children too, I had to keep my home. We had a lot of fun in my home with my children. But because there was so many, and some days they would be an extra or two or three, you had to keep some kind of order. There could be chaos, but it had to be orderly chaos. We had food fights and we had the best times. But when it came down to the basic things that meant a lot to me, which were their manners, don't lie, don't steal, be a gentleman, and for my girls, it was be proper and do good and behave yourself. I'm getting yelled at here. Let me mute for a minute if I can. So, okay, you want me to check dinner? That's what he was yelling for. It gets a little crazy right here, just me and him. Okay, let me see if I can mute the chat. I feel like that I can see the chat pretty good here. I can tell you Mary's sisters went through probably more than I ever. I didn't even know how much them girls had to go through at home. Mary didn't go through any of that. She was extremely protected. I see. I believe you. It's just I know I haven't had too many people come at me too hard, but Mary has had a few that has come over and done some repeated some of Mary's ugly flaws. And that's just something I can't deal with. Is someone talking about my daughter because she was such a good girl. She was something Mary should have been, and just Mary just refused to borrow anything like a smidgen of respect for anything or anybody. So that's my kind of cross the line there with me. And when you cross that line with me, I do not come back. You don't get let back in. I'm not like that. My heart chooses who I let in, and it chooses who I pick out of it. And I know it sounds horrible because I hear people all the time now. Maybe it was just the way I was raised. I don't know. But we were never taught that the love in the family was of the utmost importance and everything else came in a close second. My dad wasn't like that. He just wasn't that kind of person. If he could help someone, he did it regardless of what it would take to do it. And he taught us if we always had something to, if we always shared what we had, we would always have something to share. And that the worst thing in the world was to be greedy and to turn your back on someone in need of help if you can help them. You know, he was a good man. Mary trashed him pretty good too. If you ever got to read that little toilet paper manual of hers and her calling, I just not that kind of person. I don't let people talk wrong about the people I love and know. When I know you, and I know you pretty quickly by your heart and your actions and the words, and I can look in your face and see what kind of person you are. And I know that when I'm in there, I'm in there, and I will fight with you, and I will fight for you till far beyond my last breath. But when I let go of you, I let go. Don't come back around, because we will lay on the floor and pretend we're not home when you're knocking on the door. So they can't get in, man. Let's see, she tells like, there was a lot of grandchildren. Let me think. I mean, my goodness, I gave her a little orphanage of just myself. You know, there's a whole bunch from me. I mean, I didn't birth them all. I didn't need to, but nevertheless, they were mine. So let's see. But let me count what I can do off the top of my head. There was 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She didn't have too many grandchildren. 9 like biological grandchildren and a whole bunch of grandchildren. They're great grandchildren. And let's see, but she did raise her brothers and sisters. So we always counted them in there too. So it was quite a few because we all lived. And see, Mary don't know anything about this. This is before she was ever born. But when my mother came to Georgia and got her brothers and sisters and took them out of Georgia away from her father, her abusive dad, she raised them the rest of the way, and they lived with us. I never knew the difference. I did not realize they were my uncles or aunts. They were my brothers and sisters because I wasn't taught to think. It just wasn't. It was never mentioned to me. You can't call him your brother. That's your uncle. He was my brother to me. He was always there, even though he was my mother's brother. That's just the way it was. And Mary don't have any idea what we as a family pulled together. And on days when we didn't have no money, what my father was in the union, and like when they would strike, there would be no check, and it would be kind of it would be tight. Let me tell you, but there wasn't nobody going out there begging for nothing. We went and collected Coke bottles, and my dad and my mom's brothers all went fishing, and we just pulled it together by the afternoon. It was just something we did. And we didn't think nothing about it because that's what you do. You don't lay down and cry about it because you do, you're going to be crying hungry. And none of us wanted to cry hungry. That's just them. You can't, you be lazy and you're going to starve. And when people stop feeding Mary, she will eventually pick it up and start doing something for herself. She will learn to pick up some cans or whatever it is she needs to do. She'll have to figure it out. Well, no, see, what's going to be. Tonight's not the night, the big thing I want to do, and all the guys that have helped me so much, because regardless of anything, every single one of them, Virgie lost his channel, and I really have held that as my fault because he helped me when he was very new to YouTube. And if he made a mistake, he makes a mistake. Everybody in the world makes a mistake. That Mary went after him because he was so kind to me, because that's the way she is. And it hurt me, and it has hurt me ever since that his channel got taken from him when he had 2 babies. And, everybody needs extra money. And I couldn't stand it. And I didn't want that to ever happen again. That's why we're doing it this way. I had to wait until I could do it here, where it would come on me and not them. because I can't stand that feeling. And every time she went up there, Donna's Paul, I took it personal. Because he's always he's a good man. He's an honest person. He's a good man. He stands by what he says. So does Hatman, and so does JJ Stone. And before this is all over for me, I promise you, I'm going to let you know exactly the things that they have held back all these years, 4 years now. They not a one of them have told y'all what I asked them not to because it was too personal for whatever reason. The time they protected every member of my family that I asked them to. And that means a lot to me because they didn't have to do that for me. If they wanted a story or want to use somebody, they had the perfect opportunity to take everything and every word I said and use it. But they didn't. So they're way up there on my list of people I would trust with everything I have and everything around me. Because they're very honorable. And that's just something they don't never say anything. They never tell you, oh well, we would love to tell you this, but we can't because down Aunt Kathy, she didn't want to say all that because it might be didn't want to be a danger to the baby or to the mama or to whoever. Y'all have no idea how much they held back that they could have just put it out there and and they could have exploited it as much as they wanted, really, because I'm gonna tell you something, I don't know what I'm doing. This is not my calling in life. I'm too old and dingbat. I mean, every now and then I'll get a good thought, but it ain't that often. My husband just shakes his head. Stop thinking on him. I'm like, okay, today don't just stop the tractor. Just stop. Get off of it for a minute. He jumped on it and wouldn't let me do it anymore. And it has been that day. But I did. Let's see what was it doing. She was living in that training room. Well, you've been around her a while then, haven't you? Jennifer complained about the nice church people. Yeah, she was upset with those church people, wasn't she? She gets upset with every single person in her world. She was upset with me because I would be the one to get the phone calls to show up to clean up the carpet that Mary was in there pouring hot wax all in while trying to pour it on her body for the webcam. So so she could get some attention because she just couldn't figure out how to get it any other way. I guess she was lazy for one thing, because if she had went down to the beach or took a walk, I'm sure she would have found some attention. There was plenty of attention up there. I always seem to find plenty of it myself. Sorry, y'all had to get some drinks. I might have to start drinking alcohol again. I don't know if I should. I don't know how much trouble I could get in by doing it, but it might be fun. Because we all had fun. You don't want to be with me if I'm at a bar and I'm drinking. Carrie C, I just love you so much. You just have made me laugh so much in the last few years. And if I'm not mistaken, it's been 4. And I want y'all to know I'm sorry because I think I said 2 the other day. And it's been a little more than 2. I didn't come directly on, but I did create the channel in January. I think it was 2020. So it has been a while. My God, time goes by quickly. No wonder I can't hardly do what I did 4 years ago. You start slow and then, yeah, we don't never have steps or halves here. There is no such thing. I promise you, we are not stepping on anybody and we're not halving nobody. You're a whole thing. You're a whole piece of the heart. You're not a half. And you're not going to get stepped on. And we don't babysit. We don't sit on no babies. They'll take care of them for you. But we're not going to sit on them till you get back home. We're going to take care of them. It's just what we have to do. And you thought you upset me, Carrie. How in the world? You couldn't make me say a bad word in my house. Hang on, I'm gonna have to say it. What the hell are you thinking, girl? How could you say that? Tell me what in the world you think that you would upset me with, please. Because you never upset me. I didn't know what happened. I thought you were like me and just went on a vacation or something. Mm-mm. I didn't delete any of your comments. I don't know what happened. I have to check into it. Anyway, I have to see what happened then. I'm gonna have to go back there and look in the studio and see where your comments went. Because they wouldn't have been allowed to delete comments from anybody. You get, you can get as wild as you want, Gary C, because you just tickle me to death. You are so funny. You are so funny. Y'all come up with the funniest things. You know, I feel like I just fit in here. If I was just 30 years younger, I'd have a good time with y'all. Let me tell y'all something. There'd be no stopping us. We would be having too much fun. I wish I could go back with what I know today. I could help y'all out a whole lot. I promise. You would have a knowledge that you didn't know you needed. Because I think I have been through and done it all. Let's see, YouTube has comments with random words. They, they do have some ridiculous things around here. And it's kind of insane to me. I don't like how you can't say certain things that happen to people. When you're talking about serious, serious subjects of crimes that are going on in the world and what's happening to children, and you're not allowed to call it what it is, what is wrong with these people? It is what it is. You can't candy coat this stuff and make it come out sounding all nice and flowery because then it makes it sound stupid and just like you can't hardly take it serious when someone places words with grape and nobody gets grape. I want y'all to know that. I ain't never met nobody that got graped. All right, that didn't happen. It's just crazy to me. I don't understand it. I am going to start doing that. And Carrie, see, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've been writing a lot of things down. And even though I get carried away in my writing, just what I do in my talking. But I've been writing some things down and I am going to start sharing them here because I don't know how much time. I'm kind of worried about time at this point because I feel like I'm far behind and I need to catch up because I think I've just put off too much thinking I had all the more time in this world. And the closer, every day I just feel like I'm stressing to get more done and to write more things down so it'll be there. My In fact, my husband and I were talking about that today. Like he's never really wondered anything about his family. I guess because he already knew. He grew up in a good environment, a good home, and he had hi Lisa Lynn. I thought that might you want to come and say hi. This I he forgot what I was saying there. Look, that's how easy it slipped away. Well, there's only doesn't different. Oh no worries. I had to get a calculator out and figure it out. And that was a little embarrassing for himself. I was the only one here that I figured it out. I was like, okay, I got this. I don't want this age, but I guess I'm gonna get it anyway. But it just made me realize that time is it's not promised, and it seems like the more every day, more every day I get a little bit tired. A little bit more tired than I was yesterday. And I notice I don't do the things that I did before. My energy is drained. Yeah. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm beginning to appreciate what time I have. Yesterday I was in the garden. I was trying to do some things out there, and I just had to stop. I did get the bench drugged back up here to the house because I have a few places that I got to work on. I got to build some wood on it somehow. I think I have an idea, but I don't know. That bench in another year is going to be everything but cedar. Ain't gonna be no cedar in it. Yeah. Lives are kind of strange. I don't know how these guys do this all the time. They got their stuff together. But see, I don't really, there's some people in here I don't like. And I don't like what they do. I can promise you that. But, like, I don't say too much to them because, I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be judging somebody older. Now, Mary, I know Mary too well, actually too well. I think I can feel her thinking when she's thinking it smells like burnt popcorn when she's thinking about something. I can tell. I can tell her mind is popping. I can look at her face and see what kind of look at night and she's up to. And then I usually work accordingly. And what's funny is sometimes she really thinks, like so many people do, is that, when you're from the South, you're just dumb. And we're not dumb. We see and hear everything. And revenge is ours in a different kind of way. We can wait. Well, I shouldn't say we. I can wait and hold it and accumulate it until it is an explosive something no one will ever forget. I mean, my neighbors have only heard me explode maybe twice, and they made bets on which one of us were going to survive. That's what they were out there doing. They were trying to decide which one of us was going to make it through this little spat we were having. Because I was pretty determined, as I had been saving up a while, and I had a lot to say. And I was going to make sure that his week was going to be pure living hell, and it wasn't going to end until I said it ended. Kind of like me. Maybe she did get a little bit of that from me. It's just not every day for me. It's only when I get enough accumulated, like when you grocery shopping. When you get close to the edge of the money, you stop putting them in there. Well, that's what I do. When I get close to either breaking the law or, going into having to have a murder trial, I kind of back off a little bit then. And then, you got to pull it together now. It's enough. Just let it go for now, and you'll be all right. Hiya, Mama Johnny. Y'all are so creative. I couldn't even come up with a creative name for myself. Kathy is all I could think of because that's all she kept calling me, even though I didn't want to be her aunt. I sure didn't want to be her aunt. I don't want to be her aunt today. I wish she'd quit claiming me because it's really starting to bother me. Why you want to claim somebody that will be claimed by her? I am so humiliated. I would not. Oh, Lord, no, man. You know why it's mostly only me around when I'm talking to anybody? It's because I don't want to ever even see her. I've had a few of my friends meet Mary over the years, and they were my friends. And for me, my friends are friends for life. We don't get away from each other until one of us dies. And I think they're still up there watching me. The ones I have, it's like I don't never had too many. I may know 1,000 people, but I can count my friends on one hand because they're real friends. And then they were the ones that did get to meet her and see her craziness and her spoiltness, and they'd shake their head. Oh, it's so embarrassed because here I am trying to do, trying to teach my children to say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir. Put your hands in your lap when you're sitting at the table. Cross your legs. If you got a little dress on, you don't need to sit like that. Coordinate your colors, and for God's sake, comb your hair, and brush your teeth, and smile, and be polite. And then here you come, stomping around like a transformer, refusing to say anything that related to manners, never saying thank you, never appreciating nothing. It was hard for me, and I couldn't discipline her, like I would my own because I might have just tossed her right off a Stone Mountain when we were here. I don't, you don't want to push yourself too far when you're upset about something, especially when it comes to young people. You don't want to. I wouldn't want to scar her life, but Lord, I think I needed to. And she'd been around a long time. She was done, she was with me. She was the one that would come and stay with me when her mother and father would have to go to the hospital with her brother. And it wasn't until I had another one, my youngest son, which is born the same year as Mary, and I was trying to juggle two of them on my hip. And there was a lot going on. My husband was in the military. I was sick. It was just a whole lot. And I asked my mom to help me. And she came and picked up Mary. And that started Mary's journey into being spoiled. And then I moved away to Tampa. And I still would go pick them up. When if something was going on with Mary's little brother, then I would go down and pick up one of the kids. And my mom would pick up Mary. And, we would help out as much as we could, no matter where you live. I took little Ronnie a few times. He came and stayed with me quite a bit when they were going. When Katrina would have, when she had her little, the youngest one, I had little Ronnie with me, and I was in Tampa, so I kept him for quite a little while. I kept him pretty much through the summer, and he was the sweetest, happiest child. And the things she says is just awful. I'm gonna tell you, my sister wasn't the smartest person in the world. Hey, Travis. She wasn't. She was, she was slow. She had a low IQ. But, I would have never, ever told you that when my sister was alive. And I would never want her to hear those words come out of my mouth because she would try so hard and she practiced so hard and she would try to teach herself things like my mother did. So I would never say that around, even thinking that she would hear that one day because I never want her to give up. That to me would be like saying, "Oh, you might as well give up. You're not gonna get no smarter." But she didn't. I couldn't do that. And now that they're all gone, it's a whole different story now. There's really nothing holding me back from a lot of little things that I've held in, and then I tell you something that's held me back pretty bad that I really have to admit to everyone is that Mary makes it awful hard when When I came and Mary started spewing out some things that I had never heard before, because I always told Mary, you come to me for anything. Because that's what I did. If there were kids in our neighborhood and when they needed help, they came to me. And they knew I was going to help them and no one was going to hurt them. Not in the breath in my body for it. I can't tell you. I could tell you, but I won't because they're still around. But some of the things that these kids had went through that I took care of them and I would protect them with my life. Mary had every opportunity to talk to me about anything going on in her life. And she knows in her heart that I would never turn her away. Ever. I've never turned anyone away. So I told her in the very beginning, if I find out that anything you said about anything is true, I will come and tell you that I suspected wrong. And I'm going to tell you something. The way she said that I protect her father is the craziest thing I have ever heard. Because I have never protected her father. I've only said one truth about him, and that was that I personally had never seen him put his hands on his children or his wife. Did I think things that that my sister would come around with bruises? I did. But there's nothing I could do except for stand in the way and make him mad. And I did that a few times. I told him, if you're doing what I think, you better come over and do it to me, because I can stand pretty strong. I might fall down, but I'll get back up, I promise you. And I can swing a mean can of beans. Let me get a can of pork and beans. And you come swinging up on me. And I'll get you. I'm only 5'3", but I'll get you. Let's see. I can do this. You know, Casey, don't you ever disappear on me again like that. Because I can't. And if I was upset with you, you know it. You all would know when I'm upset. I promise you. Oh, and you're what is that? Aryan privilege. I'm probably saying this stuff wrong, but just overlook it, okay? Just pretend I've had a little too much of something today and a little old and a little feeble and a little dumb. But yeah, let's see what she's saying. You're not never late. Nobody's late. See the way I see we're all on time, even when we're late, because I have never been on time in my life. I can't tell you the time I ever clocked in for work on time. I was just lucky because I worked on time. And they knew I was a good employee, so they didn't get on to me too much for the coming in a minute late, but they really should have. And then when I went in management, I was really I had a hard time getting on to people because it's hard to spot somebody when you're doing it yourself. Lisa and anybody else, Melly, you can pop in there. I think I dropped the link. That's what I was wanting to practice a little bit to see if I could pull people up on the panel that I know, that's not going to try to take it down before we get the big one in. Because listen, y'all need to go ahead and start thinking of all the things that we need to talk about. We got to get the questions right and get the true thank you out there to Mary for all the wonderful things that she has done for us. Don's Paul, look what she has done for him. We have got to show some gratitude. And I will make sure she comes if she wants to. Yeah, just click it, Lisa. I'm gonna call you Lisa Lynn. I just love your name. You are so smart too. You and Millie. Y'all are scary smart. Just to be around me, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all wouldn't probably want to go off of me. Listen. Yeah, but you know what's so bad is girls that have this accent, we can't help it for one thing. We might be sweet sometimes, but we're them kind of, you just don't want to turn around too fast to make us mad. Because we're still going to be sweet, but you're going to feel it, and you're not going to believe what happened. It's pretty funny, actually. I know I had a boyfriend when I was young who taught me how to throw knives, because he was the king of knife throwing. And he wanted me to learn to play darts, so, because I wasn't old enough to go to a bar or anything, but he was hoping I'd get there. Yeah, just click the link. Lisa and Melly, y'all just click it. I think it'll bring you into the back room, and then hopefully I can pull you up quicker than I did at Emma and get the hang of this so that I won't make it too horrible when they come because they know what they're doing and I don't. And I need to know some dates that might work for everyone because I want this to be a big thing. I want her to know that we appreciate her this much. So we got to have the right date that works for everybody. So if everybody can have a chance to sit and think about it, or if you talk to Adonis Paul or JJ or anyone else, just throw it out there to see what comes. And we'll try to put my phone number in the back for them and see if they want to, help me out with that because I don't want nobody to be tired. Hang on. Oh, I lost you. Lisa, come back in here. I lost you, baby. I'm sorry. I was trying to find the button. My glasses don't slid down my nose. I know, but sometimes I feel like I'm 80. I mean, Mary's already had me 80, 90. Yeah, it's a surprise party for Mary. She don't know how much she has done. I mean, y'all got to think about all the things that she's done for Roberta, and then all the things. Just think about all those wonderful days that she tries to take out there, and all the Virgie's channel. You just have to think about all these wonderful things. Hey, Lisa.
Hi. Do you hear
Well,
me?
I got two people up here. That was good for me. I'm gonna get myself a C or maybe a D.
I don't have a mic.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to hear you. Come on, that's one. Okay. When I get off of here, you'll have to call me on the phone. I don't know plug in the things on that.
Hello.
That's all I got. Knocking on the door. That's my door. You don't know when you're kissing. Bless her heart. Hey, Sarah. Oh, you look so pretty. Not very many people are popped in and help me test to learn me something. I'm being schooled right now. I'm being schooled. Say hi to them, boy. They can't see you. They can see you. I got you all.
What am I supposed to say?
Just say hi. Say,
Hi.
you're not shy. Say hi. Say
Can you hear anybody?
not. No, they're writing, but Lisa was up here. It's just me.
Oh,
But they can hear you.
what's your other one?
They know y'all about. I don't know where your daddy went. I hope he's still alive out there.
Oh, I thought I seen him. I seen he had the chocolate for the camper, but then I thought he drove back over here.
Well, I drove over there once to camper because then he upset me, so I just left him out there.
It did.
So yeah, we
Outlaw
we're going. Yeah, I think it's gonna be the end of April.
What's this?
It's sometime in April. I want to go the second week of April.
What's this?
I have no idea. I don't know. I think it's a car part, truck part.
Oh,
Sorry, yeah, we just chatting away about the mail, looking at the mail. Okay. Well, Lisa, we'll have to figure it out when you come on here. Trying to fix that thing. Yeah, I can. Okay, I'll say cash it. Okay.
don't cash at me because my card ain't good. Well, you can, I guess. I can send it to the rest of you.
Now, who's a piggy? Piggy Peacock.
Peacock.
It's what it says. Terry Sue says, I'm sorry, Piggy Peacock. Feels the need to hurt you all. Probably Mary. Tell my Mary doesn't hurt my boys. I got so many sons now. They don't realize they're my sons, which you and I both know what that means. That means they probably the favorite.
Yeah, I think this is done.
Okay, that's probably Mary.
No.
I don't know why he left me in charge of the meatloaf.
You want, to put ketchup on it?
Yes, please. Because I don't like to cook, and I don't think nobody needs a kitchen after their retirement. I really don't. I don't think.
This shit is bad.
Why should I have to cook for two people?
Oh, you don't have
That's
any ketchup.
insane. Yeah, we do. I bought some the other day when I finally got the store. Had so much fun too. Went and got donuts and everything already cooked. They were ready.
Oh, I see it. I see the picture.
I got some of those little donuts. The center of the donut. What do they call those little donut holes?
Holes.
Yeah, I got a whole bunch of them for appetizers. And then I got the regular donuts to put on the dinner plate. And then I got some knife and a fork. Plastic, of course, because I don't want to wash any dishes. Because this kitchen really shouldn't have a sink or anything, to be honest with you. We're retired. We shouldn't have a stove either. Maybe a microwave, but that's all we need. That's just my thoughts. But he doesn't agree with me. Never has. Never understood that. I mean, I fed all the children all their life now. I never let them eat nowhere else because I wasn't a good cook. And I didn't need them to know that I could not really cook. So I wouldn't let them eat at none of their friends' houses ever. Because I knew if they did, they would know that they had a mama that really couldn't cook. I could bake a cake, but I couldn't cook. I could burn pork chops. I'd burn water. I mean, what else? I burned everything, didn't I? I burned everything. When you lived with me as a kid, your teeth were filed and whitened. And just come for a pork chop dinner, fried pork chop. You clean them right on up, filed them and everything. It was really sad. And then when the youngest one's the one that really got me. First time he ever ate at somebody's house.
What do you say? So this is what you
He's
taste
like-
like?
He come back home. He said, "No, I know why, Mama, you would never let me eat no one."
Can I have a cigarette?
You can, because he said, I could not believe that food tasted that way. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, there was nothing burnt or anything. I'm like, well, I can't help that.
Huh?
I can't help it. You just weren't supposed to ever find out it couldn't cook. And that it probably wasn't tasting too good. And I'm sorry, but look how pretty and white your teeth are.
Huh?
And you owe that to me. And you don't got no dental bills. So you a lucky child. Got all that free dental work right here in the kitchen from me cooking. Yeah, yeah, listen, I have to get you a little louder on here. I'll have to look and see how I might can figure that out. I was doing good to figure this part. And now I'm just doing good chatting away. Let's see, I got two people on the nose. If anybody else wants to come and ask me something, you're more than welcome to do so. Or if you just want to make sure I can still stand up, because it's a struggle right now. If I had taken one of those DUI roadside tests, I'd fail, and I ain't been drinking. I'd have to go to the hospital and get the blood work and everything. Probably fall asleep during it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be it. Nobody's. Oh, my daughter. I'm sorry, Millie. Aunt Sarah. My daughter that lives across the street. She popped in on me because she didn't know I was going to be doing this right now. So she walks in, and because I wasn't even going to tell her, but I thought I might because she might be committed. She's always talked about doing that. she comes up in here, and I'm talking to myself. I find myself in a home. If she come in here and I kept on talking to myself, she might went and went home and made a phone call, and got me picked up in one of those cute little white coats. Because it's after Labor Day now, we can wear them again. So I would have been so dumb, I'd have walked right on out there to get my coat. I didn't know I was going to do it today either, though. This was just going to be a test stream. But I was supposed to do it the other day, and I missed it. I rescheduled it, and then I fell asleep because I wasn't feeling too good. I had a little sore throat. And then today, I thought I can't back out today. I have to do this, and I'll be okay. And I'll be all right. From this point forward, I'll be able to push that button without any anxiety. So, because I'm a little scared, I gotta be honest, I get scared too sometimes. And this was scary to me. But what was more scary to me was failure. I didn't want to get them up here after they were so gracious to come and celebrate, all the happy things that Mary has done to us and for us, that I didn't want to get up here and stumble around. I'd rather stumble around on the test stream. Sarah, Miss Millie says hi.
Oh, hi, Millie.
She's the one I told you about from Germany. She's my contact.
Okay.
Okay, so if something happens, you just get on there and talk to her. She'll get everything straight. She's smart. See, now, now you know what Sarah sounds like. So when you hear from her one day, just go on and assume I'm probably dead. So let's don't be. I don't think. I think she's going. Yeah, I can do that. Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
Did you go to Goodwill?
The other day, do y'all ever go to Goodwill? Oh no, that's the old stuff. I was
Oh.
going through things today. I'm trying to clean out this house with stuff. I got stuff, and how I have stuff, I have no idea. Our house burnt down in 2006, and when we walked back, when they rebuilt the house, and I thought, geez, this house is so empty, of furniture, and then over the years, it's full again. And now I'm thinking, my God, it really doesn't take a long time to accumulate too much stuff. Like it just doesn't. And now I've got to clean it up.
Yeah, I checked it.
We have to clean it all out now. Again, I gotta get rid of stuff. But it has some cute little things. I think some people would, enjoy like some cute little dresses and stuff. And I gotta get rid of my shoes. I got too many shoes. I can't even wear them no more. I broke my foot and I can't wear the heels no more because it hurts. And And I'm just looking at them getting depressed because I can't wear them. I'm going, let's see, Nelly. But there's nothing going on here. It's just always like this. This is the way it is around here. If I'd have to go hide in the closet and then talk to myself. It's crazy, and we're always talking to each other. And if they be walking in, we just go with it. We're a buffet kind of people. Okay, we're buffet people. We're not fine dining. Now I know how to throw a fine dining party, but I'm not. We're not fine dining at all. Here's my card. Wait a minute.
I'll go back to me, 'cause I got
Okay.
to go with the meeting to rest.
I think that was good. Okay, sorry.
19.
31. Okay. All right, y'all. I thank y'all so much for helping me get through this. If I can, I just hope it'll hold up to get as many people on here as I wanted. I went ahead and paid for a month.
I love you. I'm gonna go.
Bye, y'all. Sarah says good night to everybody. She's going to the store.
It's gonna be a couple hours now.
She's going to the store. She is such a good daughter. She is amazing. It's amazing to see the difference between her and Mary. Sarah went through her rough patch. She came out of it, and she went back to what she was taught to do, because that's the way it is. You always veer back to the things that are in your heart that you learn through life. You make your way back to them, and she did. And then she totally surprised me by she was the one that I didn't really think was going to be like. She didn't want to have a whole bunch of children or be the mama type all the time. She was more of a businesswoman. Sarah knows how to work. She knows how to get things done. But boy, she surprised me because she met a man that has 4 children, and she had 3 boys, and then my niece had to have a place to live. And I was concerned, I would have took her if Sarah hadn't. I didn't want her to have to suffer loss again. Like the boys. I don't want to. I don't. I'm getting older, and I didn't think it was fair. And Sarah's young, and hopefully she'll be here to see it to term. So Sarah took her in, and then she took in 2 more. So bless her heart, she a gentleman in a home over there with 8 children, and then she does it pretty impressive. Let me tell y'all. Oh, y'all still here? Good. I think you are anyway. I disconnected myself. I just told my daughter, I was like, "Can you believe I just did that? I better write a note to myself that Don't do that. Don't get everybody on here and then cut yourself off. That would be bad. It's like taking your own self down. Okay. So, let me see what I can see and read here. Okay, I did disappear, Lisa. I'm sorry. I let this iPad die right when I was in the middle of listening to them talk about the meatloaf in there. And I'm trying to figure this out without making a mess. And then letting Sarah have what she needed. Oh, okay. It gets crazy. I had to shut the door for a minute. Them two, my husband and her are loud. If you ever got lost in somewhere, and let me send them after you, I promise you, you will hear them. Their voice carries and they're loud. They're kind of like Mary. They're loud, but not in the blood related to it. Let me just put that out there. Okay, good. It sounds better now. I guess it's just too much noise around me. No, much clearer than before. I think it's because I was in the kitchen with all
Appreciate that help.
and it's felt. See, he just had to come in here and say something.
Appreciate that help.
You're welcome. I tried to help you as much as I could, and left the door open. One day y'all need to peek in here and watch what goes on. It would be, it's like watching a sitcom that can't get rated. It has no rating. It's like chaos here, and so much kindness flowing. I tell you, I know you can hear the love that we have for each other. You can just feel it, can't you? Yeah. Especially when I don't want to cook in that kitchen because I'm done. I retired the kitchen, for God's sake. I don't know why I keep going back in there. It's retired. It's happy. It's on vacation. When other people go on vacation, they don't have to go in there. And we ain't going to take the kitchen with us. So it's not family. It stays right here in this house. Okay. No, okay, good. I'm glad this is better. And I am sorry I cut y'all off. I am still live, Carrie. I had to cut myself off there for a minute because it just seemed like the right thing to do. Just let my iPad die and drop me off away from you guys without getting to tell you bye. And I didn't want to do that. Okay, now we'll get together on a time. And if you guys can think of, anything that you want to really talk about after we hear everybody's thanks to Mary, because I'm sure, well, we know Adults Paul has a lot of things to be thankful for that she has done to him and for him. And, I will be able to share some things that I have wanted to share for quite some time. So, and if there's been something that maybe in the past that I told you that I couldn't answer then, I can now. So you just try to remember what it might have been, and we will go back over it together. Because if I can get in the hang of this part, we'd be able to have a few more days where we'll answer some questions without having to learn anything else. Because I don't know. I like this. This was pretty easy. Emma taught me pretty well. She made it a whole lot easier than I was thinking. I'm telling you, I thought I had to do all kinds of things. Okay, so I should be connected again. It's doing a few things. The little over ear things. I like them better than earphones because I still have little ears. And well, it's all out here. I don't like them. I have to have kids' little earplug things. Because I had to go and have. When I was young, I couldn't wait to get into grown people sizes. I couldn't wait to become a size 2 or size 3. And then it really wasn't that big of a deal because even then the clothes didn't look right because the curves weren't there to fill them out yet. And now I'm upset because I have small ears. I guess we're never happy, are we? Because then you can't keep these little ear things in. And that don't make any sense to me. Are you baking something? No, I did bake I did bake a buttermilk pie about 2 weeks ago for my grandson when he broke his foot when I was working on that doll. You know the famous doll that we have heard so much about. You know what was going to be a bear. I was actually making him a get well bear. I can't help it how it turned out. I can't read no patterns. Those crochet patterns are hard. I don't understand all that. I just do it and try to work it out. To come to look like what I'm trying to do, like molding clay. Play-Doh. When you Play-Doh, you don't really have pattern. You just mold it into something. That's what I was doing with the yarn. That is exactly what I was trying to do. To do a bear made of yarn. I had the pattern in my brain. The back of the bear looked good. It was that front of the bear that looked like a doll that had really bad intentions. Okay. I think it's because I keep moving around. Because I have been trying to stay awake a little longer today. I don't want to take cat naps. I got too much to do. Especially when the weather's warm. I can't stand being cold. I don't know how y'all are in the winter, but I can't stand it. The buttermilk pies may have to make a visit on the lobster. It might be fun to do. We should make them together, I think. Because I think I would go in the kitchen and do that with y'all. Now, I know we could go in there and make those pies, and I wouldn't be so ugly about having the kitchen. So we can do that. Let's try that. Let's see what we can do. I have to get some little knives for the, when you're stirring the pot, you don't want to be too loud. Get some little nuts for the utensil, the spoon that stir this stuff together. And the caramel. We'll have to make some caramel too. Because that's always fun to do. Now that all of them like. All them grandboys, they like that. They don't all like buttermilk pie, but my favorite one does. He loves buttermilk pie. And since he's my favorite, I make him anytime he wants one. Because, he has his me. And he knows he'll get it because he's the favorite. Don't tell the others I said that, okay? I'm holding all the secrecy. The only one that should even want to tell would be Mary, and she would just do that last fight. But they all think they're my favorite too. So, we're doing good. Let's see, I think people who have had hormones with their hands of addressing it. It's a lot of us actually. Male or female get a gut feeling that alarms tells you something to definitely avoid. And statements to each other. I'm going to tell you something. Mary has put fear in me a few times in her tirades down in Florida. Mostly when I had my grandbaby with me, when I did travel with him. Before he started school, he would go off with me in the summers. So, when he was with me, it was just to the point I didn't want him around me because it seemed like I always had to be on high alert. And I couldn't, I could not possibly put him in one room to sleep. He had to sleep him and I piled on the floor by my mother. Because Mary was, she would just take these. Because when I was there, my mom wouldn't cater to her quite as much. Because I didn't want her smoking pot around my grandbabies. We just don't do that. You go somewhere else and they don't pollute their little lungs. They don't need to smell it. They're growing. And when everybody meets you, Mary, they know that we need all the brain cells that we can get. We don't need to be smoking around them and hurting any brain cells they got. So my mom wouldn't really buy it for it when I was there. She would do it, but she'd make me go with her to get it. And I do it if I was by myself with her, but she couldn't do it around me. That upset her. And it made her hate me more. And she resented the kids, the babies, because it was their fault that she couldn't go in her room and smoke and do whatever she did. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. That was the nastiest friend I had ever seen in my life. And I have went to junkyards and we go in full car parts and stuff. I have seen some dirty places, and that one took the cake. I mean, Lord, all you have to do with it has to keep your house clean. And then imagine that times years. Anyways, yapping and stories are blessings. A clever one will go unseen, destroying much one touches. She is a horrible person, and I'm so glad that she did not get to all of you and did not make y'all think and did not let you see what I was trying to say and show you. I didn't want. I know it's silly, but I just didn't want that image, that garbage out there about the people that I think so much of and I love so much. And I grew up watching the struggles. My mom. I mean, she was incredible, an incredible person. Even though my sister became who she was, my mother's daughter, not by choice. My mother had no choice in. But I'm gonna tell you something. There wasn't a day in my life where I thought my sister was not loved. In fact, my sister was probably loved more than any of us. It was like my mother never made my sister feel any less. She always made her feel more important than anything in life. And I loved my sister. And I loved how she went through life with something to the things on her that no kid should have to go to school knowing. My sister didn't even have a birth certificate. There's so many things that Mary could have talked about in her book. She could have told you some wonderful stories and of they're not wonderful in the sense they were so much fun, but wonderful in the sense that someone came through them and did not give up. Didn't quit and didn't just drop a baby off in the woods because it didn't come the way it was supposed to come by the means that she, expected it to be perfect. All right, let me see. Okay, let me see if I can get an argument. I don't know why I'm doing with it. I think I had to switch a different earset, and believe it or not, the cheap one seemed to have found better. She was incredible, Casey. For my mother to went through the torments that she went through by the hands of her father, and to have a child at 14 years old, and then watch her brother get beat to death because he was protecting her. And she watched her dad burn her clothes out in the front yard while she was hiding in the woods. She escaped from him, stayed in the woods, and got a neighbor to help her reluctantly. And she went to Florida, and she met my father. And within a couple of months, came back to Georgia, and she kidnapped all her brothers and sisters. And she had even kidnapped her own daughter. And then she went down there and she stayed here for a while until I came along. But I never heard her complain. Can you imagine if Mary would have suffered through that? Anything I just said, can you imagine what you would be hearing and what would be owed to her? And the torment that she would put every single living soul in because she had to do with utter suffering, Huh. I'm trying to figure that out, Melanie. The wrench, I know I need to do that, and I'm trying to figure out which button. So if anybody knows, could you tell me how to do that? I have a settings button, an invite button. Maybe it's in there. Let me see. No. Instructions. And maybe you want to send instructions for guests. My guests have had to send me instructions. It don't work like that over here. Okay, no. Hang on, no. Let's in here, shut my door. Because I have just got many visitors. It is an elephant. I don't know where it came from, but I found it in the crawl space. Not a real elephant, but a costume elephant that I am down there. It's funny about my name. It's really kind of it's really silly here. My name is legally Catherine. And as y'all know, I have a sister named Catherine. Her actual first name is Dolly. Her middle name is Catherine. And her being my sister being, she's 12, 13 years older than me. When my mother and my father got married and they were having me, my sister had a best friend named Kathy. And she wanted so much for my mom to let her name the baby, and it was a girl, Kathy, after her best friend. And that's what happened. I got the name Kathy legally from, my sister's best friend. But they weren't really thinking about it because then my younger sister was born, and I'm not sure where her name came from, but, my mother had Catherine, Kathy, and Katrina. So it was kind of, we all had the same name, basically. It all come from one name. And my old teachers would argue with me at school that my name had to be Catherine. And I was arguing back, no, that's my sister, that's not me. She's Catherine, I'm not. They was very confusing. And then when my sister got married, her in-laws called her Kathy, which I didn't care for that because that was my name and I needed it. Katrina also, exactly. Catherine, Kathy, and Katrina. It's all the same name. Really, it all comes from the same name. So that's what happened to us. My mother had us all named with K's, she wanted everybody to have a K. Well, it didn't work out like that. I don't know how I ended up with a C, but I don't know how I ended up with the way I ended up to begin with anyway. I was always trying to do what I wasn't supposed to do. If I was told to be good, I was going to be bad. So I was told to sit there and be quiet. I had to squeak around my seat a little bit. I just couldn't help myself. I had to break the rules a little. I broke them all the time, but I didn't go too far. My father told only me the most horrific stories ever heard. Oh man, as refugees or warfare or in Germany. Went to the maybe one. Oh, I've seen some of your comments and they have made me cry. And I have thought about you so often. And I am so thankful that you come around because you make me see that sometimes it's not so bad around here. Not so bad at all. Could be a lot worse. Yeah, when you read go back and read some of his comments, they made me think. In fact, there was one, they're very intelligent and kind of like Nellie, she's a little smart. And it took me a while to figure out what sometimes that's so smart, I got to sit down and think about it. I even went across the street one night, where's that, is it Aryan privileged? I went across the street with one of your comments to my daughter. I'm like, you think are they being mean to me? I don't know, I can't know what to do. I don't guess I understand what that truly meant. And she read it over and over. She said, I don't know. But they would be a good one to take somewhere if you want to get at something and have them speak for you. Because they'd be like, not know that they had just been gotten. Let's see. picking random people in just for me. I know it wasn't that stupid. She still don't get it that the name Woods is her father's name. No Kennedy whatsoever. No DNA connected to her. Her mother Mary Woods. That's the connection. That's it. I don't know the Woods. I know stories about the Woods. I have no need to know the Woods. I don't know why she thinks that's like just a real big slam on me. Because it's not. They have nothing to do with me. And then she brought up my married man. And there again, I married a Matthew. I am not related to my husband in that sense. If I was, well, I wouldn't want y'all to talk to me at all. I want you to get me some help. Like that house help. I need to have that jacket on, tightened, taken away from you. Because she doesn't understand. I think she really never pays attention when you try to explain stuff to her. Like she really doesn't understand that just because you sleep with someone smart, it's not going to make you no smarter. She doesn't get that. She thinks that if she goes bar hopping and happens to come across somebody that's smart, well, in the morning, guess what? She thinks she's going to be a genius. No, you're not going to be a genius. You're just going to be dumb and a whore. You're just going to be both. They're all just being dumb, but no, you went one step further. You'll be dumb and a whore. So, I don't know why she doesn't understand. You cannot transfer knowledge that way. And you can talk about all the nappies in the world, but they're not related to me. So you're not hurting me. And they're really good people. They're really smart. They're what I call the country club kind of people. They're proper and everything. Yeah, we weren't raised. We were on the other side of the road. We didn't live on that side. Where those people were. But he wasn't from Florida anyway. I grew up in a pretty rough area. You had to learn to get through town pretty quickly and walk up the railroad tracks and hope you knew that the train didn't take you out. And however, there was a lot going on in the world, a lot of riots and a lot of things going on that just kind of keeps like when the rain come up. Wasn't like a war-torn thing, but it's like scary. You try to get across the road to the grocery store, and rocks and bottles would come in your car. My dad would make us lay in the floorboard for safety. You know, with a pillow over it. Is it clear to everybody what you need for protecting the family room? I hope so. If anybody doesn't understand that, who has confused you, please just ask me anything you want. Because I want everybody to be very clear, and I want everybody to know what I mean and why I'm here. It's not to hurt Mary. It was because Mary was lying, and she was hurting. You know, and it sounds silly, but it was the legacy of my mother. My mother was a strong person. She had her faults. I promise, and we all do. None of us are born perfect, and no one should expect us to be perfect. And you go through things in childhood, and you come out a decent person when you've done something. You should be really proud of yourself. And my mom I was proud of my mom. My mom taught herself to read, to spell. She taught herself how to be open and loving and to be forgiving. Can you imagine sitting at the bed of your father who gave you a child that you certainly did not have, and you just sitting there while he's passing away, and you forgive him. And then you go home and you take care of your mother as if she was the queen of the universe. Never asking, why didn't you protect us? Why didn't you do something for me? Never once did I hear my mother say anything. Nothing. And if I would have disrespected my grandmother, I'm afraid I'd have already met Jesus a long time ago. We would have already been introduced because she wouldn't put up with it. And then, why would I disrespect her? Knowing what I knew, how could I be disrespectful when anything I went through did not compare to what my mother went through? The strength my mother showed us was incredible. It was incredible. To watch her go through life was a blessing to me. And I want people to know the good. And there's never nothing's never always good. But if I took just the percent that of my mom that would be considered, when she's younger than me, it would have only been like at a 4% part of that 100% pie. And then it would have been the whole pie. She had more good than she had ever done wrong. And she drank. She would drink when I was a kid, and I never knew it. I didn't smell it. She's the function. She worked. And but you know what? Who could blame her? How dare somebody hold that against her? I mean, that's how. She held a lot of pain. So I don't am right to say anything other about my mother and why she drank. Later on in life, when I would go out to the bar when I turned 18 and get a little drunk, I regret it too. I would call my mom and I would just be drunk and tell her, I'm pretty good. Well, you drink, so I guess it's okay. Just being a smart ass. I should have never done that. I'm going to tell you, I learned if one felt good at noon, but it didn't feel good the next day because I didn't have anybody say anything. And what I did on my own accord. Had nothing to do with because my mother drank. Because God knows nobody knew she drank unless she wanted you to. Let's see what you say. No disrespect you. John, look at something. I know it is very long aware. Can tell who's adopted or to recent method. When married, Pam Star has a few things. How'd she answer? Okay, I guess I got a little confused there. No, I don't really have a microphone. It's just in the iPad. That's all. I got laptops, but I gotta tell you the truth. I don't really know how to use them. There's too many buttons on them, and I'm thinking I need to get rid of them. They need to make a bigger. I could sell those too. Laptops and get something I know how to use because I like to play games and stuff. I really don't know how to get the full. Let me get by. I'm reading stuff and I have really cool hair, it's too long. So when it comes flying down, I can't see nothing. I'm like a blind person walking around here, thinking I'm trying to see. I don't really know what my phone is on this thing. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Well, at least I can get this right. I think I had it right at one point. And then I had to get it and move around too much. That's the problem with being mobile. Because you're just talking to me and know what's coming up. Look at this. Yeah, I'm not going to keep you in here too long because I don't know what's going on tonight. And I do want to thank you for helping me get through this test stream. Now, if there's anything you do want to ask me right now that I might forget to get back to you on, just go ahead and put it in there now. And I might be able to get it, answer you before I get off the subject again. Because I will. Listen, okay, I see. I think it's a I don't know why I can't. It just, the microphone just jumps up at me. Yeah, it's in there. I don't know how to make it behave itself. Well, I don't know how to behave itself. I don't know. Who's with this weird comment? I don't know. You know, this is something different from reading the comments like this. It's just people. I gotta figure out how to mod people. Let me try that one more time before we go away. Does anybody know what I have to push to do that? I can't remember what. I know Emma had told me, but I have already forgotten what she said. Let me see. Tell me what button I need to push to do that. If anybody knows. Let's see. The 6 months again. Oh no. Okay. I am right now. Look at these buttons. I don't know what to push to make that happen. Now on that button. Okay. How do you do that? Maybe I do it this way. No. I don't know where that where would you mod somebody at? In StreamYard. Somebody help me here. Yell at me, tell me what to do, where to go. I don't want to put no time in on it. Don't want to. Let's see. Alright, I'm trying to do the mod thing here. Don't know where to go to find it. I'll have to look it up. Then I have to drag y'all back in here for one more time before we do anything. I'll get the mod thing on there. Let's see, you can start. Okay, I see. I'm trying. I'm just doing something to myself and arguing with myself. And I certainly have 5 minutes because get said I lose. Again, to myself. What would it be under now? Shine on it. Don't know. If I wouldn't go after 10-year-old how to do this. Somebody's got to know how you do this. What are you? Okay. It might be my, I don't know. I'm scared to change internet companies because we've had good luck with this one. But I am a little tired of the bill. Because I pay, I don't watch TV. And we're paying $300 for what? For me not to watch TV? And my husband to watch something every once in a while. It's kind of silly. I mean, because they have good internet. They have, out here where I live, you can't get, you don't have too many options. So, and I always had to get what was the game, game systems could be played on. I'm using an iPad, Millie. I don't know how to really use the laptop too well. I know how to turn it on, and I know how to turn it off, and anything in between I'm not sure about. We didn't, we didn't do computers. I don't even think I saw one until, like all the kids got older, and, I think Mary was the first one to have one. That's pretty neat thing to see, actually. I grew up with black and white TV and 3 channels. So, laptops and such is a lot different. Different time period for me. And I didn't care to learn anything like that. I would have never thought in a million years that it would be like this. But here we are. Okay. How can I set up the mod thing? Somebody tell me what to do. Listen, Rich. Gotta be right in here somewhere. Like maybe under general. I don't know. I know. Somebody knows. I know Mary knows. Well, she'd tell me. Maybe not so, huh? I don't expect her to be nice, though. I don't know if she'd ever start today. But she is welcome to defend herself if she would like. If she feels that she's being misjudged or come wrong she will be more than welcome to come and say her piece. Because like I said, I'll stand on what I said. I'll back it 100% when I'm wrong. And when it's the truth, it's the truth. And I'm not going to let you because I'm not going to have. I'm not going to do this. If I couldn't do it, and even for 1 second have a doubt in their mind because they won't remember these days. See, they're going to have to go by memory, and they don't have the memory. So I refuse to allow her to write the end of the lessons that I've learned in life and those that got me where I am, that gave me the strength that I need to get through the things that I have gotten through, that help me know that I can come through anything that I need to get through. All I gotta do is keep my head in place and just keep going and push on through it. And just don't wish for too much, or don't wish, just don't jinx it. Just get through it and hope tomorrow will be a better day. And hope that whatever happened, it was done for the purpose, a good purpose. I would hate to think that, I lost my daughter for no reason whatsoever. That it was just a bad day or whatever. I know there has to be a purpose in it and something that was learned or will be learned that will benefit someone. There will be something there. There's always something good in all that bad. We just got to look and be patient and then be smart enough to appreciate it and take it to the bank and put it in there. Now back to the modification thing that I so kindly cannot find unless it's under gas. No, sorry if I get the breathing hard. I had a little problem with my heart rate lately and the breathing. I finally wrote down and went and did all those stupid little tests. And I told my husband, I've done all I'm going to do. I'm not going back. They better not talk to me about it. I don't want to know nothing. Don't want to know anything about no results. I don't know where I'm going at the moment, but I'm traveling around the internet trying to see. I'll be back over there in a minute. If y'all not there, I'll tell you good night and I love you. Trying to find how to moderate people. I know you have to be in chat, I believe, to be moderated. That's a way that I've seen it done anyway. But I don't know how to do it. How can I be so dumb? I don't know. Somebody on YouTube needs to get a senior class started, for people like me who want to get on here and be young again for a minute and be stupid and then just show you that, we're all pretty dumb at times. Some of us dumber than most, but we still all have fun, no matter how old we are. We have a good time. Lord, I tickle myself all the time. I laugh at myself and they see I get tickled. I ain't gonna kid you. It's almost embarrassing to laugh at yourself that much because you're so silly. I'm trying to find. I don't know why it's so hard. Using Green Room as a host. I'm not even supposed to be here. And I'm breathing heavy. I don't know. Well, I guess I need another lesson, which we'll do in a day or so. I'm going to let y'all recuperate from my rambling and rattling. And my husband's back in the house. It's going to get loud again and confusing because they just don't have no sense about them. They just come up in here. If I was in the shower, the whole family would come here, sit in the bathroom floor and talk to me. They don't think nothing about it. They just there's no sense around here. So they are mine, and I love them. Yeah. As long as they're okay, I'm okay. All right. As long as they let me say my piece, I'm okay. Because I only get upset when you won't let me say what I'm thinking. You know, they think I'm being harsh or something. Sometimes I am, and I know it. And sometimes I'm sorry, but most of the time I'm not. I'm not sorry when like I said, you know when I like you, and you know when I don't. So, because I don't want to play them games. I'm not going to flip flop around. I'm past all that. I wasn't even like that as a kid. You know, your friends today and enemies tomorrow. I wasn't like that. We were friends all the time, or we weren't friends at all. You didn't come down and play with my doll, and I didn't go to your house and play dolls with you. If it was over, it was over. No more friends. I never had that really happen. I never had to say that to anyone except now. This is the first time in my life I've ever really want to get someone to the point of not caring what, just there is no mercy and there's no more holding back. Or if I hurt her feelings, well, I'll be. She has hurt mine plenty of times and hurt others too. And they're no longer here for her to apologize. So I have no mercy. And while I'm sitting here rambling, I'm reading, and I can't see y'all. So, and I'm going to probably go ahead and close this out. Let me try to get back over there. While I figure this out, and maybe tomorrow I can pop on here and get y'all to pop in, and so I can try to moderate some of you so that you will be able to get on and off of here easy to help me learn something. Or my teachers and my friends and my baby dolls, my little family, the added additions. Y'all, I got to go back to a lawyer's office and get a will extended. You may not get much, but you'll get $1 or something. I'll split it even. Because y'all gotten too close. I'm just too close to you. Most of you I'm really too close to. And then I've got to adopt you. And my grandson, one of my grandsons, he's nervous about that because he's supposed to get a truck and come over here and get everything when I'm gone. He likes all my little stuff, so he wants to be the first one in here. And I have to laugh at him because you got to do that sometimes. And I still don't see it. So let me get back over here because I am about to fall off the bed. I'm so tired. I've had it. It's been, we'll be crying. Stuff again. All right. Okay, I think I found my way back. Good. Carrie, see, I'm so upset with you for thinking I was upset with you about anything. You are amazing. You are the most sweetest, encouraging person. You are as sweet and encouraging as Melly is smart and makes people think about things. She helps you think about things and helps you think about it clearly. You know, everyone in here could learn a lot from Melly. I'm telling you, she's got a mind and a way to present things that helps you see things clearly, right or wrong. And Lord, I don't like to be wrong, but I am because I'm so tired.
Well, damn.
I'm tired. I'm just sliding down the bed. I'm telling you, I'm just sliding down the side of the bed. I have to keep getting up because I didn't get much sleep at all. Oh,
Appreciate that help.
you're welcome. I'm glad I could help you. I went out there once. You weren't there. I don't know what he wants me to do, you know? I don't know what he wants me to do. I went out to help him. He just didn't want there when I was there. So I couldn't help him. And listen, I'm going to tell each one, Space Ghost, how are you doing? And You need to come up. We got to come up with some more stories, Faith. You haven't been talking to me lately, and I ain't heard none. No crazy stories of yours. I am having a tired day. Yeah, they can hear you. Okay. Okay, let's see. Where's was the Los Angeles? Where did
Go put this in the bath.
she just said with Dr. Phil on? She thought that if she got me on Dr. Phil, he was going to make me. He was going to make me change what I see and what I know. She was going to pull me by my hair up there. I have hair. I have a lot of hair. She could have got a good handful and thrown me out there. But that don't mean I would have been talking. I don't really like Dr. Phil that much. He might be a nice guy, but I ain't never had him over. I don't know him. Yeah, cannabis, that was one of her main things to go to California because it was legal there. And she didn't like people making her feel like she was doing something illegal in Florida, which she was. And I know y'all heard that. Her ripping the money from, ripping off the police officer. She was trying to buy marijuana from a cop on the beach. And then she snatched it and ran off and went to the condo, and they came there to talk to her about it. My mom did tell me all about that. That was hilarious. Tell me she wanted to be a superstar, Carrie. Not just a star, she wants to be a superstar, a writer, and well, you got, she's going to be a writer and one of those people that were on TV all the time being interviewed for her fabulous novels and her story about hitchhiking to California with no money. You, you know, that's what she wanted. Seems like we've had a lot of great people. This will be a little bit easier. All right, yes, she did want to be a superstar. You were so right. I am the tan lady in that picture. Let me tell you, I was that. And I put that one up there just for Mary because, you know, she just talks too much for me. I happened to come across that, and that was a long time after I had become a grandma. And I think I was okay back then. I mean, I don't look like that now, but everything is in the same general area. Might be lower, higher, or somewhere in another state, but it's still pretty much in the same neighborhood as what it was back then. And I worked hard back then, so I kept my body pretty toned. I was pretty okay. And Mary, she just could not it really couldn't get it. Exercise would help a little bit, but she couldn't even walk down that mountain. That girl couldn't even walk up the mountain, walk up it or down it. Hell, she couldn't walk around it, y'all. Couldn't walk around it to get back to the parking lot where we could go home. She didn't know how she was going to get to that car, but it wasn't going to be by foot. She does steal people's stories. She has taken stories from just our family, for instance, that were never told in a manner that it was a victim story or woe is me. It was in a reference to something she probably could have learned from. You know, it was never used as a tool that Mary uses it as. A lot of bad things happened. Like I said, it wasn't no perfect family. I mean, you got to remember, my parents had no, no role models to go after. They were just winging it. And for them not to have that, they did pretty good, if you ask me. Because my sisters and I were pretty good. You know, none of us went to jail, and you know, we worked and we pitched in and we did our part, and we all had to kind of teach ourselves a lot of things. And we had predators, and we would get through it. And you know, we don't hold all that now. Do I get upset? I still get upset to a degree and think I get a little petty. But you know what? I don't stay there because I was taught better. And I wasn't taught better, I was shown better. This is the difference. when you see somebody walk through a trial and you see the strength it takes them and how they get through it and how they hold themselves together. That's when you learn. Nobody learns from the screeching that Mary does. It is not beneficial to anyone. And she does it so often, you begin to see that she's not telling you the truth. Because anyone that's been through anything knows that half the time she don't know what she's talking about. She was just twisting all to pieces. Lord, the girl trying to write somebody's story and don't even know how many brothers and sisters they had, who is biologically related and who isn't, whose father is who. She don't know none of it. And everybody was legally married, you know. It wasn't like a big secret. You know, I don't have a whole bunch of baby daddies. Who I have, I was married to them, and we had a child. And then she just don't know where all the rest of these kids come from, which is really sad that she thinks that because I raised 5 children, I obviously would have a bunch of baby daddies. No, that's not the case. There's a bunch of baby mamas and daddies out there for some of them. I was there. I was just the mama in charge. I was the mama in charge. And she doesn't get it, so she just likes to take and use something like that and just call me all kinds of names, which I really don't mind. It adds a little spice to your life, you know. I just wouldn't want my grandchildren to think. So I wouldn't want them to see me that way. They know I'm crazy, but I'm not that kind of crazy. I didn't go out every 9 months to get a new baby daddy or even child support. And I never got child support. Didn't want it. I needed it. I didn't want the price to pay for it. Then I didn't want nothing that bad. Let me see where we're at so I can. The grand boys have come home from their dads this weekend, and they always spend an hour with me before they go home to go to bed. And I do love it, and I don't want to lose it. Let's see. Let me try to. I'm sorry. I can't see. It's hard to take her seriously. Yeah, it's pretty hard to take seriously hugging on that stuff in. And hug on that stuff in. And jokingly, it just irritates me. But my doll is not very pretty. I have to say her friend looks better than my doll. I will give her that one. His face is sweeter. But I'm not going to sit right here and squeeze that doll. I can promise you. Now, I might go get Pooh Bear and bring him out here and squeeze the stuffing out of him because I love him. Pooh, that is. I'm partial to Pooh Bear. I always wanted one. Finally got one. And oh, Lord. Come up in here screaming. I don't know. Papa's probably outside, baby. They say no heart. They don't know. They just, you know, they must hear me talk myself off the time. That's just normal. You're like, oh, girl, just talking to herself. That's all she do. She just talking to herself. Let me go in there and interrupt her. That's kind of cute. That's sad, but true. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try to end this because my door is becoming revolving. And don't want to snap at nobody. And I get ready for bed. She was really exhausted. It's a school night for me this day. Okay, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all hopefully sooner than later. And thank y'all for putting up with me and teaching me something. Except none of y'all taught me how to do the moderation thing. So I need somebody who's not so tired, if you wouldn't mind, to do a 2-minute study on how I do that. And then let me know so we can meet up back in here and I can do it quick. If y'all don't mind, I would appreciate it very much. And if I figure it out, I'll let y'all know. It probably won't be today because my vision's a little blurred and I'm tired. And I don't even know if I'm hungry, yeah. Carrie, yeah, she did graduate high school in Florida, and she didn't get an academic diploma. I don't know how it works. I know like in Florida and Georgia, you have different levels of diplomas. You know, like here, there's three. There's three. There's three. There's the regular education diploma. There's probably four actually, because there's the one that you get like Mary got, where you get pushed through as a result of attendance. You know, they hold you back, which ain't their fault, and that's not their fault. Well, I know a lot of children that got put in that program and they come out of it. You know, once they caught the gist of it and what they how to learn it, they did it and they come right out of that. And they went right straight on to regular and you know, a higher academic class. And my one grandson hated reading. Hated books of all things, and I love books. And it hurt my feelings something terrible because I kept telling him, just find the right story and you will read the rest of your life and you will travel places and never leave that one spot right there where you're reading. It is the most amazing thing you can do is to learn to read a story and get involved in it. And you can travel the world. And he hated it. And I thought, you know, my bless his heart, I didn't know I've got 1,000 books up there. I bought every kind of book I can think of, thinking that one day I was going to find the right book that was going to grab his attention, and that was going to be it. It did happen, but it was to my surprise. It was what was it? It's just like not like I swear it's but pretty darn close to it. A Wimpy Kid series is what he read and just got into it, and that was it. And now he is, you know, they had to put him in those classes to help him get caught up. And it wasn't that he needed to get caught, he just did not want to do it, he didn't like it. He thought reading was boring and he didn't want to do it. But now he loves it and he's excelling in it. And he knows exactly what I was talking about all that time. Reading something will take you anywhere in the world you need to go. It can make you smarter, make you dumb, but either way you'll get to travel here. You'll know how everybody else is and how they live. So, but he finally got it. So they're not all in the class forever. But then the next diploma is the regular diploma. It's the regular academic diploma where they pass. And there's a college, there's an accelerated program, and then we have a Georgia prep, a college prep diploma here. Yeah, if they want to go one step a little higher, which is a lot to do, my daughter gave it a whirl and got so I'm just so stressed over it. They had to volunteer and you know on top of getting grades and it was a pretty stressful way to get that one higher diploma. To me, it really didn't seem like it would be worth it. And, you know, she didn't want to be a doctor, so it would have benefited her very much. But unfortunately, bad things happen and changes people's direction in life. But I am happy to say that she is getting back. She's going back to school now too. She's decided that at this point in her life she'll go. She wants to do sonograms. She wants to be a specialist in that area of obstetrics. She wants to be a specialty. So I'm happy she's getting back there where she needed to be. And it's sad when somebody like Mary's age just wastes their life away. And they're proud to do it. And we've got so many good kids out there that could use a break, could use a home, could use everything Mary has abused and make something out of this world and become something good. It's terrible. All right, y'all, I'm going to ramble on until I'm ready for president or something. We're getting run over out here at the zoo somewhere where I'm not supposed to be. Because I'm talking. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to close this out. And please, if you have any questions that you would like to talk to me about, you just put them in here. And then I'll get it together and I'll call and talk to you, okay? And well, I see a comment now. Great isn't a joke. It isn't. You're right, it isn't a joke. And it's disgusting. It's a horrific thing to have to go through. And She's bad about telling people business that shouldn't be telling. I'm gonna tell you, she really gets me on that one. Well, Casey, you know that's why I love you so much. You just put up with me all this time. You have brought me so many laughter and brought me to tears, and you have taught me so much. And Nellie and with Arian privilege, you have really taught me a lot. Your words are so smart and so eloquently put. Even though when they're analyzed, when you really sit down and look at them, I think, wow, you are really amazing to be who you are today from what I read. So you're one too. Y'all are an amazing group of people. On this end of the world, we're just average over here. We're just buffet kind of people. And y'all are really, you really changed my mind about what the internet was all about. There's bad things on here, but I'm gonna tell you what, you guys are, you're what makes it really good. And it's good when I can use examples like y'all to my daughter who gets concerned about her kids being online. You know, like if you know who they're talking to, you need to know because there's some really good people out there that could teach them a lot. Like all of y'all. You know, they could learn a lot from y'all. You could really open up something and these kids would be a whole lot safer in the world. They'll be a little crazy because of me, Nelly, but they'll be a lot smarter than you guys. They'll be a little nutty than me. They'll be coming to get me out of the nursing home to go crawl up the road and spy on the neighbors. You know, I think I told somebody about that was my idea, not theirs. All right, guys, I want to talk to y'all later. Please forgive me. Tomorrow I'll apologize when we're done for being too tired to do. I had to get tired to get my courage up. It doesn't make any sense to me because I think too much. I get nervous. Don't want to step out there too. Get nervous on new things. I adore each one of you, and thanks for coming by. I thank you for just coming by just because I never really told you not to. You just made me laugh. The girl told y'all they're not coming to see me. So I thank you for doing it. It just made my day. And I'm going to remember tomorrow. I'm going to leave myself a note so I don't forget. All right. Good night, everyone. I'm going to end this now. Sweet dreams, say your prayers, and think of each other. And I'll be thinking of y'all and praying for all the good things in the world. So, good night, everyone.